Hey everybody, it's Lenny G. How you all doing today? I'm okay. Went to church this morning, spent some time with my church family. Now I'm home, and I'm making some little fresh pot of gravy sauce Sugo. I had a bunch of meatballs left over that I froze from a couple weeks ago, so as you can see, I threw them in there. Hang with me. I got some Italian sausage cooking. I'm going to throw that in there. My mother and my grandmother, they always put a bay leaf in here. And I do that too. I also put fresh garlic. Only fresh garlic. I buy this stuff, not necessarily this brand, all the time, but I buy whole tomatoes and I put them in my NutriBullet and I blend them there, and so they come out nice and like it's fresh right out of the garden. And you know, very little oregano, just the tiniest of pinch. I put a little onion powder in there today. I got some stuff I want to get rid of. That post I had on the group about making you're using the celery and the carrots and the onion. You know, my family never did that either. You know, it was just basic recipe. You know, salt, pepper, garlic. I put some good red wine in here. And if you guys never tried this stuff, it's from Italy. It's called Roscato, Rosa Deluxe. Dolce Sweet Red. This is really a good wine. Not too expensive, about 14 to 16 bucks a bottle. So I threw that in there. You notice, can you see the bubbles coming up? When you blend your whole tomatoes like that, they puts a lot of air into it. Like right there. See that? That's all coming up. That'll disappear in a while. The meatballs were frozen. The sausage is going in about 2 minutes. So, hang with me here. How many people went to the, I don't even know if you should call it a feast anymore, because all it really is down to at Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Melrose Park. Today was the 130th annual, second oldest remaining, still going in the country. Years ago, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, in its heyday, you would have food stalls 2 blocks long, multiple large pits of charcoal going and cooking sausage and making meatballs. I mean, you name it, they had it there. They had the lupini, they had the chicharis. They had it all, you know, you name it, and they probably had it. The clams, you know, it was babalouche at one time, and then all of that's, and they had a big carnival, and you could barely walk down the main street. It was that crowded. And by nighttime, Italian women and a lot of guys, they like to deck out to the tees, you know, and they would show up all dressed up, and they never really had music there. They had a couple of roving bands, but nothing major. It wasn't a music thing. This was a religious thing. It was more like you would actually see in Italy. And I think because of that, it just grew. You know, a lot of the Italians, just like Taylor Street, they started moving out of there. The Mexican population started moving in, and that's fine. You know, if it weren't for them, it would have died completely. So I'm grateful for them for keeping it going. And then you had the, about 30 years ago, the Taste of Melrose started up, and a lot of the people that used to go to the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, they switched over. And once the food stalls started going and the people started going over to the other one where you could get a taste of this and a taste of that for $3 each, it helped kill off this, the feast part of this thing of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. So today it's just, they have an outdoor service with a procession from the church to the tent with the Madonna, and then that's before church, and they have a big outdoor service, and then from there, after that, approximately 1 o'clock, they line up in the streets, and they still march through the streets, and it's beautiful. All the women and guys are dressed up in white. There's one particular family that carries this giant set of rosary. I mean, the rosary, the wooden balls on the rosary are almost the size of a softball. Just beautiful, you know. And so I'm glad that, you know, the food stalls are gone, the big crowds are gone, but you know, let's be honest, it's really about God. I know the Catholics have a special place in their heart for the Madonna, and that's what this was about today. You know, they asked her to intercede and pray for them, and you know, I thought they kept putting up live streams, but they never put up the main procession at 1 o'clock. That thing, even today, without the huge crowds, as they passed by a lot of homes, they set off these huge amounts of aerial bombs and firecrackers, thousands and thousands at a time. The whole neighborhood just goes up in smoke. It's really unique. I remember years ago I brought my wife Louise there, and she was she grew up a Lutheran, and her father was a minister in the church, and she never seen nothing like that, you know, and she just couldn't get over it, how much she loved it. And that night I remember coming home with her, and they had the Three Tenors special on Channel 11. Oh, the whole evening she's like, I think I want to convert to being Italian. I said, yeah, try again. But anyway, so this is my sauce. You can see it's bubbling up. I did put a couple or 5 or 10 good shakes of Romano cheese in there too. I try to keep it basic. I don't want to get ingredient crazy with my sauce, you know. I want to taste the tomatoes. I want, you know, a little bit of the wine, the garlic, bay leaf, and that's about it, you know. But it's not, even though the wine is a sweet wine, it's not really necessarily a sweet gravy. You know, I use the wine in place of sugar, you know, and it kills off the acidity of the tomatoes, which is the purpose of it. People don't usually add sugar to sweeten it up. They added sugar or even baking powder to kill the acidity, but that's what that's about. Anyways, God bless everybody. Ti amo, stay in faith no matter what.